Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given. Love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there.
That's right.
With my arms
Unfurled.
waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello, everybody. Songfather here on Monday. There you go. The 10th of June on a very unbelievably crappy day here in New York on the island of Long. Been raining and overcast and humid all day, and got a little hairy there for a while. It got very dark, almost like it was sunset. And the rain was coming down, and the wind was blowing, and in other parts of the island, supposedly it still is, but right here, it got eerily calm. The wind stopped, the rain stopped. It's still dark, but not as dark, but it's like, all right, what's coming? Because they're talking about rain for the whole rest of the day, tonight into tomorrow, half the day tomorrow, and, our pal on that channel, did his usual thing. He mentioned the word clouds. I know I got to get a life, but he mentioned the word clouds. There was 17 times within 30 seconds. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So anyway, then it's supposed to rain again Thursday. We came off a great weekend, though. We can't complain. And hope we get a nice one for Father's Day. But let me not get ahead of myself. So, so the weekend, Bella and her family, her brother Mike and Linda and everybody had a 2-day garage sale. And I went and helped them out on Sunday. And I'm like, wow. I've never, ever been to a garage sale. I never threw a garage sale. But it's amazing to me how many people come. And, walk around. Boom, they find whatever, exactly they've been looking for, And it's guess you can make some good money if you have some good stuff. I don't know. And I was talking to one couple, and they said they go to about 10 a weekend and get the the best prices they can for the things that they want to buy, and then they have their own garage sale. Raise the prices. So I'm like, wow, it's a lot of work for me. Anyway, I'm not lazy by no means, but I'm saying to myself, that seems to be a lot of work. Just to make a couple of bucks. But then I was proven wrong because they made, I think it was $1.6 million over the weekend. So, no, I'm kidding. All right, IRS guys, sit down, back in your chair, chill out. But, so it was very interesting for me, and the weather was just unbelievable. So let me jump to the news real quick on a couple of things. For me, first and foremost, is really not in any particular order, but you got to talk about Big Papi from the Boston Red Sox. One of the enemies, if you want to say that, arch enemies of the New York Yankees. And I used to scream at the TV every time he came up, just put him on first base like the guy in Baltimore. Why are you pitching to him? Because, I'm sure there's a stat for it somewhere, but it has to be somewhere between 60, 70% of the time he got on base, either by a walk, a hit, or he smashed one of those home runs. And, why take the chance, especially with men on base? I used to say, just walk the guy and go to the next guy. So, the stories were that were coming in were fragmented at best, and fragmented. You like that word? I just impressed myself. And, a little ambiguous, another word. Wow. Man, this storm's agreeing with me, I guess. As to how it happened, he was at a party, he was in a backyard, he was at a club, he was at a function, he got shot in the leg, he got shot in the shoulder, he got shot in the back. And so the latest story is that it was in the back, and he was at some kind of a function, and whoever this person was a hit, kind of walked through the crowd like when what's his name, Ruby shot Oswald, the same kind of thing, and just got up behind him, except he shot Oswald in the stomach, but they shot Big Papi in the back, boom, and so they say he's going to pull through, and he was in surgery for 6 hours, and they said one of the last things he said to the surgeons before he went under, he says, "Please don't let me die, please. I'm a good man." I mean, wow, that's powerful, when you think you're going to die. And as a guy who's had surgery way too many times, I understand where he was coming from on that one for sure. But so hopefully, and then we'll get the story down the road, where he came from or what his friggin' reason was, and that seems to be something that the press always shoots for, and I guess the public asks for it too. I'd like to know why. I want to know why he did it. I want to know why she did it. I want to know why they did it, whatever. So, but so we send our prayers out to Big Papi, and he's a guy definitely in going to the Hall of Fame, and a great player, and and a good humanitarian, and he was a good ambassador for baseball everywhere he went, and now he's retired. He did what he had to do. He goes home to his homeland in the Dominican Republic, and this happens. And you got to say, for the past probably a year now, Dominican Republic is getting some really bad press. There's a lot of crime all of a sudden happening down there. And, it ain't just purse snatching. There's some serious crimes going on in Dominican. Why, I don't know. But, it's got to hurt the tourism trade for sure. And this certainly ain't going to help. But so there was a woman in California that went to this lady's house, knocked on the door, rang the bell, whatever she did, and showed her ID that she was from social services. And that's what they call in California. She was a social worker. Over here, they call it child protective services, same thing. And she wanted to speak to Mrs. So-and-so, and you have a 2-week-old baby, and I need to come in and talk to you about that. And this and that. There were some allegations or whatever she told her, and the intent was she was going to steal and kidnap the 2-week-old baby, and thank God that the woman, the mother, followed her common sense. My good friend, I miss him so long. He's gone so long now. But Shelley Levine, you've heard me talk about 1,000,000 times. That was like his motto: always let common sense prevail, which is the truth. And this woman did that. So she didn't let the lady in. And she's like, where are the police? Well, we don't need the police involved. And the woman is like, wait a minute. If they're coming because of these allegations, of course she can't walk in by herself. She has to come with the police, because if they're going to have to extract that baby out of there, the police have to do it. And so she ended up taking pictures of this woman and some video as she walked away, and the woman ended up turning herself in. Now, this I can't wait to hear. My question is, how did she know that lady in that house just came home a week ago with a baby, and the baby's only 2 weeks old? How did she know that? Who gave her or sold her that information? That's the scary part. And what if, she had come up on a woman that wasn't, street smart and didn't let her common sense prevail? Then what happens? Then she goes in and she, lays all her allegations out, and then says to her, well, until these things can be, solved and cleared, we have to take custody of the child, and that's it. The child is gone. It gets sold within 24 hours, and this mother never, sees her child again. And it's a horrible story, but with a happy ending, because this woman was smart. So, but they're out there. Believe me, nuts. Then down in South Carolina, in Charleston, a convicted sex offender who had served time is now out on parole. sex offender with a minor, 10 years old or younger. Cut off his ankle bracelet. Now he's into the wind. Gone. Nobody knows where he is. Gone. Done. That's what I'm saying. Like I was saying last week, chipped him. There's nobody sitting at this computer going, wait a minute. That ankle bracelet stopped moving. Let's get somebody over there right away. It doesn't happen, there are heavy fines when you get caught for cutting off an ankle bracelet, when you are granted the freedom to get out and stay home, and but you got to follow the rules. This guy knows the rules, knows there's nobody sitting watching every one that's on one of these ankle bracelets, so cut him off, and now this guy is gone. And God forbid he goes and re-violates the same kind of crime and everything else out there. Chip them, put it in their hand, put it up their ass, put it in their feet. I don't care. Because now if you want to beat the system, you got to cut a piece of your body off, or you got to get a knife and try to cut it out of your head. Forget it. So let's hope there's a happy ending to that story and this guy gets caught soon. And so tonight, weather permitting, looks like it's trying to get brighter out. This Subway Series between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, and that's always fun, and it's always a fun rivalry with your friends. And back in the day, it was never a series. It was one game a year called the Mayor's Trophy game, and so whoever won it got to keep the Mayor's Trophy. Either in Yankee Stadium if they won, of course, or Shea, which is now Citi Field, for the year. And there was a nice rivalry with that, a one-game shot. You only get one shot to hold that trophy. Now, because of, the Major League and, looking to boost up attendance, and, I got an idea. Drop the frickin' prices. You want to boost up attendance, I think I said it last week. A family of four without free tickets is going to go for at least $400 or $500 to go see a game. That's why the attendance is down. Stop paying these guys, $10,000 a swing and everything. Granted, they're top of the line and they're professional athletes, and I get all that. But the salaries are just out of control. It's just ridiculous, and we pay for it. And the vendors pay for it. Oh, you want to sell, Pepsi in my stadium? All right, good. It's going to cost you this, that. This is up front. This is every week. This is at the end. Man, it's terrible. But so anyway, so now it's a series. So it's 3 games at each stadium, and either it ends in a tie, of course, or else somebody won. But I think it kind of took the rivalry away, unless. It's between friends, But the one game to come home with the Mayor's Trophy used to be a big deal. But so go Yankees, and Charleston, South Carolina again, who, like the Dominican Republic, has been getting its fair share of bad press, crazy crimes. That woman that refused to let the sheriff in to buy an engagement ring has been fired at K Jewelers, and rightfully so, knucklehead. But this one, you just reminded me of what I used to do at St. Francis before I was involuntarily not there. But they got a call, security got a call went out to the whole hospital. There was a disruptive, combative patient, either coming off the drugs that they were, on, real, hospital drugs, or from surgery, anesthesia sometimes sets them off. That's how I got hurt and developed this, incurable disease called CRPS. And let me tell you, on a day like today, with this rain and the humidity and the barometric pressure, oh my God, very, very painful day. But so they get a call and they go in, and this guy is kind of half going off. He's spitting, kicking, punching, swinging at people, nurses and everything else. And somehow he gets a hold of one of the security guys' taser. Now, I don't know if it's a security guy or if it's police officers that get to moonlight afterwards. Because when I used to travel all over the country for A&P, there were a lot of them. Detroit, Baltimore, used nothing but armed police officers. Baltimore actually had a contract with the Baltimore Police Department, so nobody was moonlighting. They were being, scheduled and run and supervised by the police department. So maybe that was the case here too. I don't know, but got a hold of the taser and tased a couple of nurses. And you can die from it, but it's very rare. But let me tell you, it is not a pleasant experience at all. Trust me, I went through it. I took courses on how to hold it and everything else. And part of the course is you have to let them tase you, so you know what it feels like. It's not fun. So, just keep that in mind. There was a thing going around. I don't remember who said it, but said that nurses most of the time spend their entire shift in a room playing cards. And that just causing uproar throughout, not just the country, throughout the world. The nurses are the hardest working people. I said this last week. Out there, and they deserve all the applause and accolades and respect that we can give them. And it's the same thing with the security officers in there. It's not we just stand at the door and can I help you? There's things that happen, especially after the visiting hours are over and after the sun goes down, and it can get kind of hairy. I've been scratched and kicked and punched, and like I said, and what happened here, and so I think maybe amp the training up a little bit. This isn't being a bouncer for a bar. This isn't, you need special training in the, for the armed forces and how to do hand-to-hand combat. There are techniques that you can use. And I'm not talking about a quick 3-hour course inside a classroom. I'm talking about, I think, the training for those kind of situations, because you can't get into it with them. You can't get angry. You cannot, and you should not start swinging and punching and kicking and then cause more injuries to a person that's in the hospital to heal. You can't do that. But there are ways, there are things that, you could do, slide in and, whatever you got to do. And sometimes you got to take them and you got to, strap them to the bed until they can get sedated if you can't hold them. But, so that's just remember, if you're visiting in the hospital or God forbid you are a patient, everybody in that place, as it should be in life, but should get your respect, The people that come in and clean your room, the people that bring you your food, the people that bring you your medicine, the doctors that come in, security guys, you see them walking down the hallway. But you know what I'm saying? All right. So tonight, Mr. Fred Rubino and his wife, Christine, as you might know or should know, they do a thing every Monday called Get the Food Out of Here. And that's where they take you step by step through all these beautiful, authentic, and tweaked Italian dishes, and tell you how to make it, and just show you, boom, all the way to the finished product, and it's always great. So now they're doing a little spin-off on that, and it's called Get the Food Over Here, not out of here. And they're going out and getting different dishes that are made in restaurants or presented at stores or whatever, and they bring it home, and then they taste it, and then they give their opinion on it, or what they think it missing, or what it needs, and it's an interesting thing. I can't wait to watch that tonight. So don't forget Fred Rubino tonight, 8:00. And I know he doesn't pay me for that, but he should, now that I think about it. And the last thing is on Facebook Messenger. There's a hack going around again, a virus. That's I think it's been gone for like 2 years now, but now it's reared its ugly head again. So if you get a message and it says, just say me, Sonny, oh my God, Sonny, is this your video? Don't click on it, because if you do, it opens it up. It just goes through your whole computer. It goes through your mail, your emails. It go, they say you can grab your passwords, whatever. Just don't do it, And if I don't know the person, and I mean grew up with, hung out with, I don't open it, and I'm sure I miss out on some, probably some pretty wonderful, beautiful things, but I'm not going to take that chance. So when I get oh my God, Sonny, is this your? That's it. You're deleted right away, and so take that as a cyber tip from the Songfather. Don't open it, and so basically that's it for today, as far as the news goes. California, we talked about the sex offender, the Subway Series, Mr. Rubino, combative patient. Oh yeah, please, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, just go on, subscribe, and then go off if you don't want to hang out for a while. But there are like 500-600 songs up there, and I think I'm one video short of the Songfather show. I'm going to make sure they're up there every day, and then just keep sharing them, because when we first started out doing this, it was 200. I got 200 views, and now we're averaging about 1.3 thousand every show. And it's getting bigger, and it's getting up there, because we're all having fun, and people are telling other people about it. And, you could say, wow, 5,000-6,000 a week. And then it could be 10,000 a week, 40,000 a month, and who knows where it goes? Who knows? You hear, boy, my voice got so high, I don't understand. You sound like Felix the cat. Okay, there you go. Radio. Okay, so this first song by Mr. Francis Albert Sinatra, and it's called "Learning the Blues," and I love this version of it. But I have to say, Dino has a nice version of it. But Sammy Davis Jr., he's got a real good version of it, And to fully appreciate it, you have to see it. Go on YouTube. While you're there, go subscribe to my channel. See how I did that there? That was pretty smart. But watch when he does the Learning the Blues, he puts a whole... one of the performances, not only does he dance, but he also gets on the drums and he plays some other instrument, but he really put everything he had into Learning the Blues because, he was very proud of that's how he came up, was learning the blues in life, especially in how life was back then, especially for black entertainers, black people in general. And, that caused a lot of problems when he got married because he was marrying a white girl and people weren't coming. And he heard a lot of flack from people in show business. Mr. Sinatra did because he hung out with them. It was horrible. But, because of friends like him and Dean Martin and everybody else is why, aside from his unbelievable talent, God-given talent, is why he got to the top and stayed at the top because they wouldn't let him be pulled down or pushed into the back. So, but this song, it's I love this song because it makes me smile, especially for men. I'm not saying women don't go through it too, but this song takes you step by step, and it starts off with the tables are empty and the dance floor's deserted, which means it's getting close to closing time and everybody's gone and you're still there and you keep playing that same song. That was our song over and over again, where everybody in the place wants to knock you on top of your head. So this is Learning the Blues. Learn it along with me, boys. Oh yeah. The tables are empty, the dance floor's deserted. You play the same love song, it's the 10th time you've heard it. Oh, that's the beginning, just one of the clues. You've had your first lesson, yeah, learning the blues. The cigarettes you light, one after another, won't help you forget her and the way that you love her. You're only burning a torch you can't lose, but you're on the right track for learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory. The nights that you can't sleep, through the whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying. You walk the floor till you wear out your shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory. Oh, the nights that you don't sleep, through the whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying, and you'll walk the floor till you wear out your shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues. Oh yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn, boy. What are you gonna do? See what I mean? How fun is that song? I mean, there's nothing fun about a heartache, but you're pacing the floor, you're playing the same song over again, you're smoking like a freaking chimney, you're trying to forget it, you can't, you're walking back, you busted out your shoes, it's all over. You've just learned your first lesson in learning the blues. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love it. So now we go from that one to a song by Mr. Gene Pitney that I've always liked. And so, kind of goes along with it. And it's called Town Without Pity. And I forgot the movie it was from. Please forgive me. Somebody could type it in later. But, it really just paints a picture of, this guy's, pain that he's going through. Or girl, don't forget. And, it's like it's a real place, this Town Without Pity, And it's about young love, and people are saying, you don't belong together. You can't be together. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And, and just, all we need is somebody to understand our problems, they're saying. Because when we're young, it's not the same problems as you. So can't we at least have some love? Can't we have a little, a little pity? No, not in this place. Can't do it. Mm-mm-mm. When you're young and so in love as we, and bewildered by the world we see, why do people hurt us so? Only those in love would know what a town without pity can do. If we stop to gaze upon a star, people talk about how bad we are. Ours not an easy age. We're like tigers in a cage. What a town without pity can do. The young have problems, many problems. We need an understanding heart. Why don't they help us? Try to help us before this clay and granite planet falls apart. Take these eager lips and hold me fast. I'm afraid this kind of love can't last. How can we keep love alive? How can anything survive when these little minds tear you in two? What a town without pity can do. How can we keep love alive? How can anything survive when these little minds tear you in two? What a town without pity can do. Oh, it isn't very pretty what a town without pity can do. You forgot that song, didn't you? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm the Songfather, to bring you back, to bring the memories back, to bring you back when songs made sense, when songs told a story, like that one. It's a good one, God, I can't remember the name of it. It was a good movie, too. I didn't do my homework. I get a B- for tonight. I'm very tough on myself, as you could see. Okay, now this next song by Mr. Elvis Aaron 2 A's Presley, which I love. Actually, these last two songs will be from Elvis Aaron 2 A's Presley. And this is from G.I. Blues. And that was a fun movie. He enjoyed it. Elvis didn't enjoy a lot of the movies. It was the same thing, cookie cutter movies. But this one was fun. And, they, as stupid as us guys can be, they make a bet that Elvis couldn't spend the night, with Juliet Prowse, and then she finds out about it. I mean, it's a whole great story. But this song is like, I love it. This is from Girl Happy. I'm thinking of a different song. Please excuse me. This is from Girl Happy. Puppet on a string, and he's just saying, look, every time you look at me, I know that's what happens. So tie me up. Wait a minute, not that way. Put the strings on me because I'm a puppet for you. But it's also a nice kind of thing to say, look, I'm your puppet. Remember that song? Yeah, I think I'll do that maybe tomorrow. That was a good one. We had our own X-rated version for that. I won't do that one. Maybe. Every time you look at me, I'm as helpless as can be. I become a puppet on a string. You can do most anything with me. All you do is touch my hand, and your wish is my command. I become a puppet on a string. You can do most anything with me. Yeah. If you really love me, darling, please be kind. I offer you the truest love that you will ever find. Take my heart and please be fair. Handle it with loving care. For I'm just a puppet on a string. You can do most anything with me. If you really love me, darling, please be kind. I offer you the truest love that you will ever find. Take my heart and please be fair. Handle it with loving care. You're just a puppet on a string. You can do most anything with me. You can do most anything with me. Nice. That's a lovely, lovely, lovely song from Girl Happy. You can do anything with me as long as you got some string. Whoa! Didn't realize that till just now. Oh, sorry. So this last one, I just like the song. It was like kind of way ahead of its time. It was a little risque when it first came out because people misunderstood what he was singing in the song. It's called "That's When Your Heartache Begins," and it starts right off. If you find your sweetheart in the arms of your best friend, that's when your troubles begin. But then it's when you bring a friend into your love affair, and people go, "Hey, he's talking about a threesome. That's disgusting." No, talking about some woman that he caught cheating. So it could be the other way around too. Don't get me wrong. And he's saying that's when your troubles begin. So I just like the song. There's nothing happening in my life that makes me do that and makes me sing this song. Nothing did happen. Well, I guess over there, that one and that one. Oh, it's for a different time and place. Excuse me for rambling. But it's just a fun song, and I just love the up and down notes that he hits. So it's called "That's When Your Heartaches Begin." And Lucky's here to watch. What's up, Lucky? If you find your sweetheart in the arms of a friend, but when your heartache begin, when your dream of a lifetime must come to an end, but when your heartache begin, love is a thing you never can share. And if you bring a friend into your love affair, that's the end of your sweetheart. That's the end of your friend. That's when your heartache begin. Oh, I think Lucky's crying. If you find your sweetheart in the arms of your best friend, yeah, well, that's when your heartaches begin. And when all your dreams of a lifetime must now come to an end, brother, that's when your heartaches begin. For love is a thing that we never can share. And if you bring a friend into your love affair, that's the end of your sweetheart, and that's the end of your friend. That's when your heartache begin. Ooh. That's when your heartache begin. I think Lucky's crying during this song. Lucky, you want to come up here and be on TV? You want to be on the show? You want to come up? Huh? You want to come up here? What the hell? Who's that? Well, you got somebody calling for you? I'm doing a show over here. Tell your friends to take a hike. Tell them. He is the best. He's the coolest. So, tell him to shut up. I'm going to go down there. Thanks. So, anyway, so that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of fun. Of course, it's going to end again with a dog barking, and maybe the neighbor will take out his air blower now and try to blow all the rain off his car. Such a fun town without pity. Wait a minute. So, so thank you. Keep it going. Keep sharing if you can. And don't forget, please, to join my subscribe to the YouTube channel. Really need to get those numbers up. But I'm telling you, I'm having a blast with this, and I hope you are too. From what I get in the chats and in the inboxes and everything else, a lot of wonderful compliments. So, keep doing it. I enjoy it, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel at 6 o'clock. And I guess Lucky's camera shy. Last chance. Do you want to come up? No? Do you want to come up and be on? No? Okay. He said no. So, all right. Love yous all. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bam.